will share a political dispensation, yeah. Okay. So, 30 years ago, no, we were under a dictatorship. So, okay.
Yes.
Not J.J. Rollins.
Yes.
From that up to 2000, Untina, Ubian to me, Enkasa, Ubian to me, Enyashi. So, say, a man more than cry, na to me, Enka. So, I say, Bibia a ban pe, and oh, yeah. 30 years ago, and a share at the SHS, senior secondary school. I say, on the side time, yes, you see, be on your friends, Saito, Ukubi. No, I want to Saito.
No cooperative school.
A cooperative school. Sir, they almost say, almost be Saito no FCO because all cooperative school, the team call. Secondary school, okay.
Yeah.
Only because secondary school. So, of course, I told you, only secondary school. And they introduce this senior secondary school system, no? Yeah, JHS, by a crowd, no. Who difference be our master to say, a man could know, because I told you, so being admission to the other endowed secondary schools now. Politically, no, so. Start, no political landscape, no, attract. You see, Bibia, no, we are not one thing. That time, no, even though now your democracy, we still had only one radio station, Samokaya,
GBC,
right, and then a GBC FM, and no crowd, no more bar, no upon 12. The bar 12 no more by him said about 5 o'clock, no upon 6. I say, almost continuous. Only one radio station and one TV station. At that time, now or GBC in Kwa. You ever call getting to the end of the decade, no? And Metro TV buy. Metro TV buy and I used to be with TV Africa. And we used to be City FM. City FM, the TV3. Okay. TV3 almost by before 2000. That's in the first 10 decade. No. All those times, still near restricted. Now, airways, no. Now, and yet vibrant. But a bra who's at the first radio station or by so better, a bit bricky, airwave near Radio I.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only report the radio I buy.
Yeah, so news over.
Tazan.
Recovery.
The controversial.
Dr. Recovery.
Tazan and the radio I said, Minister said, the name of the and said, the Amanwa.
And then they said, oh, mobile, now could get me a question.
Well, I don't know. So, yes. Almost did the free order. The first one, by at the Joy FM. Joy FM was the second one to come in and join the bandwagon. And during that time, still had freedom of my name, the papa. Still politically, under dictatorship.
So now, Nipa shall say 18 Kasakakra.
Then, in fact, to me, Kasakakra. On the Saturday, they introduce talk shows and they are Joy FM crowd almost started program B. A friend said, oh, very friendly. There was something similar to what they were doing in the United States. And then Kakra Samoa, it's Obekaya, MPP Kakra Samoa, and they could see platinum, a Belmo. And G. Usha, Yakoya Kakra, with the advent of the internet, and the digitization of Ama, since you had the information and it's way exploded.
Media, and radio, TV, and
that's right.
Print, your development and Casa for 30 years.
For 30 years, no, you course and yes and Kayako. That's what you say. Because for 30 years, still, and near ma, now a year, 30 years ago, still, still, we still carry, excuse me to say, for lack of a better expression, let me use, we still carry shit on our head. That's what I say. Still, Junso Abonting. So what I say. Still, we are very dirty. Still, 30 years ago, and in then, it's a same can by this time. No? So, and Kayatimi, see, you're free, Sani, Muna. So what I say. Education there, Yatimiamanipa Aku School. Because when we started the DSS, we were having only about 80 or 60,000 people entering secondary school and doing BEC. So what I say, they say we have about 450,000 doing BEC. Yeah, it moved by 80% because secondary school. In that field, by a development part, say you should say, as a life, no, as a son. Yeah, with me say and P. We are still on the same type of Gagisbeck type of the economy. Yeah, this time Juan I make an effort to say you be free, sir, at the end because we still depend on natural resources.
The entire me busa question maybe a shift your governance system no afa. Yenya independent abrofo no kromo jais kakakra ana ye nika ye ba yanimwa bepim 2001 president Kofode enko hepic ye ka no obefi ho no na ba fom pa so
yes
esan se kwa me nkroma efiri ho koye no eka bosia bosan abetisi mu a e ma ye basro president Kofode ba na ode ekọ hepic ma sa aka ni nyina no efiri wa so obekọ no na aka 9 million Ghana cedis was $9 million.
$9 million.
And odija how de koye. NDC buy almost be twaso mano eko sro. And MPP buy so assign atwaso.
Yeah, twaso.
Efri say na kwan e faso boy e bra no e say ye de ho ato amanfo fro so say de wo kan raw material na ye de ko ne abobosia e de account. Aban yo wo so e shift yen. Wo de bas yen ankase ye moye bra. Yan chance enye to krom ha ekwa anim ebetumi aboa yen na raw material no so yen sesa no eme no finished product ebe ebetumi anya sika e de afim. This is a challenge yen pese ebetwe yen hunti minority for say hey ye bread dodo obakwa say ye to aso aye de ye no dada no antina busa say 30 years ago hen na ye gina no ye to aso aye de ye no dada no a bibi betumi asesa
entumi nsesa so what you say so ninti na ya na me ka say brought all Bajraba. For 30 years, we have been declaring a national holiday.
For farmers?
For farmers to buy a house. For Obia, what do 10 acres of corn plantation. 30 years. We have been doing that. For 30 years and also, a man didn't cry in our life. We still import food. And this is your sika, say your coso a agreement to say the air and da no. Yen to me enko baby. Such as here. And if we continue to do this, what we have been doing for 30 years, every year near to dine for the same thing, can somebody think and say, hey, acquire ye and why? If that is what is going to help us to develop, and we practice that for 30 years and you don't see a change, and you are still doing it, Amufa, you are still doing it, don't you see? You want to go through this, you want to get out of this place? And you still say, what?
Be any 11 year, Bosian, near Bonaban say. Last year, no pay any ora John Comadin Comoro. Just a few we 3 billion euro bond. And see where home. A son 11 inti a few we no 700. Not just say Yabosia bono ye tiso ba from pa kofomba. Now the minority says no. Ya ni 11 on free ho. Na yan koswa se ba babusia o se be den yo. Mami tio.
I know there won't say politics. Straight away politics. And I'll give you an example and prove it to you. Can I prove it? That's what I say. Let's go back. Memory lane. In 2008, we introduced a tax called talk tax. All right?
Yes.
You remember what these guys did? NDC. They opposed it so heavily. And all the telcos, all the chief executives of the telcos at that time opposed the talk tax. They gave everything. A say use of say no akofem afeni starting discouraging Crawford. They did the same thing. And they talk tax no called the lowest possible idea between their tax. And they introduce it. At that time, no more numbers. No. So no more numbers, no parliamentary. The same things that you say. Omo kasaya kanchire yese afi the MPP for mutimo de mo American form muduabo afi the ye kasa mo akofa meter abeta ya so. That's the way they said it. Mo fa meter pa the attire so na mo bese mo giska bibia be mo giska no afi the mo de mo di meter abeta ya so na mo ba giska. They didn't have the numbers. They would have done the same. You know what happened?
I didn't see it.
About power, we lost the election in 2008. Yes. They doubled the rate. Talk tax. Sikana ne ya January almost year demonstrate. They doubled it.
Na Sikana Butayane saying.
Sikano Butayano. That was also good at the same time. And then I said, Mabru enya juma enye.
Youth employment.
So what I say? Nji kufuatna wa no si okay me decide taxi beba na ye dia support youth employment. Was a beautiful thing. Ya ji taxi say anya youth employment grant e surplus grant be made ye bibi fufu.
Yes.
So and this NDC for ye wo ya
kwara omo ba ye no a omo oppose ye nyina omo ba omo ye de wo ho omo tumu we no youth employment na kosi say
omo sa say
mo change din jida
omo sa no ko ye ni jida. And we all know what happened with jida. Ya fe de be tran ya sa kan bio because I see obi ani ye nim de see wo jida. And the way ya almost no, and this will be surprised because they have to do it.
Mr. Abu, I know so I can say we continue to urinate on the streets. We continue to later around. These are issues of mindset.
They are not issues of mindset. Go around. They are not. If it's an issue of mindset, the mindset has been there for 30 years. That's all I'm trying to say. If it's an issue of mindset, that mindset has been there for 30 years, for over 30 years.
And you see as a
That's right. Master, it's a mindset. You're right. That's a brothel. But the fact of the matter is that we are still doing it. Are we still not declaring Farmers' Day? This Friday, is it not a holiday?
It is a holiday.
Are we not going to buy a car? Or a house? Cars. House. For beer. Why a Juma? Ken and Ebo. David, a brother, Copanama could be in no way.
Oh, yeah,
no way. It is a no be a guy that's what to be a 1,000. What's my idea? A do tough yaman. Utofiano. Wow. Idea way. So, one more way, no, one rule the world by this time. And not those who are saying we are planting 1,000 acres of corn. Or we are producing 500,000 barrels a day of crude oil. The world today, I've said it, I'm going to say it again. The world today is governed by those who are using this and not those who are using raw materials like cocoa, like gold, like oil. See, oil no, you need that to say, all right? Nanu COP26 one of the decisions they make is phase out internal combustion engine. You know what that one is? Cars and a museum piece. A museum. Electric cars.
Electric cars.
One for oil in Mumbio.
I charge it.
We're charging now.
We're charging. We're charging. Is that you're charging telephone?
About that crowd.
No, almost said now almost the time at home.
You face when you're out.
All of them are you're facing it out to a 50% or 60% of the oil now. First will be any so. And almost say fossil fuel. They should not give investment for money or financing for investment in fossil fuel.
I need a fuel there.
Oil and the gas. See a mamusika bio na mo fan konko yes adwuma. What are they doing? They are using this. And this awoti ha na won kanchira won koda. Say hey, open your eyes. Nyankopon bo wiase ho maye nyina adwene. Geniuses are equally distributed all over the world. Charlie, as I say, you can. So what I say? Na nkodai o mo base say no. Ye mo mo aso nti say this time no. Ye pese mo be ye bibia. Ye nya ni say na wo so betimi a ebronia ye bia no. Yankopon ma wadwen say wo so betimi a ye bi okroma. And that is what we need. So what I say? Adenti na take it ho. Awia boy. Ya kase ya koso la sesi ya bibia hia bia wa ha bia kwa kokra fra gunchira ba so se be boa koko yeah ne your lifeline I saw you move from the zango the zambuja so what you say ebreso bibia you no koko bia ya importo se de be ntra Why do you have to import everything you use in cocoa to produce the beans and sell to the white man? Black man, what is wrong with you?
Parameda say you are home na mema rata sapon so and so what all Ghanaians must know is that NDC will vehemently oppose anything good for the country once they are not in power and for that matter not in government. Say boy, me da say odo text message aba kwaku yanto aso.
Yeah, na chaw no atifo no ahwefo. Na mama me baby Lodina na agite. Happy birthday. Yeah. Me ne papa no adwen on the text message no dey card the buy say mindset. It's answer offer. Say obadwun so go kan ho obadwen ho answer.
Yes.
Asa no akose now, a man as Ghana in the air. In the air, and Cadiesino in sea. Ubia, or ya manual semia, Clemuse, a Juma or ye, a crown of us, ye, Jumano, dear, wow, mine. But the man who say, decision a bar or even floor of the house, influenced by our various political parties. And yet, on mine first, is a queer party first, and son on mine either. Abba. Narration of a year, say, be developed from raw material economy to production economy. A bold decision as a band the other, a taking. Now, binding takes our bold decision as our transformation. Ebema, or mana, when you hear Muka Kransana, ya prejaya. As so the political space now on. Ebama kwanya me ayes ade na. So what the mention typical example talk time tax hereby. Was any dinangasa the communication service tax. Abambading and a tunidin talk time tax.
Not to the talk tax.
Yes. Abambading. And I no more Casamo Mumu say, and that the Mampanico for the meter Ababoa song. Also, Casa no Ajuska. Yeah, we had to be introduced no my muha, both parties, ANPP, ANDC, our pose to be a ban about them. Say, a ban samba, na a party no babama, South no on so what I say, and a idea made a man come out who say, a man your corner opposition who's at Diana, a bambi de banner buana sustaining the government and ama matro position a cha eso mgu adien ho fi ebi na ato ye wele yi levy ya matra si adwen ho a mentiase over o send 1 million a MTN for just say 1 Ghana enya 1%. What the 1 Ghana no come mofa
o send 100 Ghana
100 Ghana MTN for just 1 Ghana. What the 100 Ghana no come mofa na mofa kwa ko yi scanner obese tua say 1 Ghana and you tell me ya on receive 100 Ghana no obe receive 99 Ghana cedis and this offer percent will receive 100 Ghana now or send obe send 101 Ghana cedis into offer 1%. They
say they what the two actually come say so
1%. Now I say 2%. MTN o me yakwan David offer almost hospital. As you complain. What is a minority? I raise the issue of parliament say telcos no edge 2%. David. Sky editor MPs no a minority for the car MTN for the mine. David. In this abundance of 1.75%. Na manyo 70. Obeka sasa me give 1 We got telcos in the businessmen no. Ya first na me use MTN mashup. Yes. O mashup 10 Ghana. No more 330 megabytes. No more 300 minutes talk. Almost so cry from Moyama. David. And about 120 something minutes talk. And do talk credit now with this shortest time now, sir. And I'm a check here and I'm a from. I'm saying Tini actually in us in the terms and conditions applied. Terms and conditions applied. So when you are engaging in any of the telcos, a package. Near trust terms and conditions applied. Now say or Sisano or Pababa man or Pababa. Yeah, made that they are no corner. A total no, I'm not adding. The same chrimumi problema. Mene ye finance for a war, I say budget weight. Nesenka party communicators ne. Omo kasama party no mudi kan check o that na kwa say opposition no dey tumika and I ye dey try to catch up. But I all these things were be to prepare people's minds. What about Myanmar a tip of it on the lecture na say. But we didn't probe further because he 2% that man training to me for just kind of more there. Now me my dream be say okay. Vodafone ya we use Vodacasa. O send your man joy. Of our own Voda cash, or send out on your head. In the other, now buy my Voda cash for no NG 1% MTN for the bank 1%. Now MTN for 1% now, sending so much and I buy yes 1%. Nebia, Yans and Fab 0.5, Emma can 1.5.
A home commodity cost. Yes,
because as a mama, then I say, you 2% amateur cost, dear, okay. But you try 1.75%. I'm a buy there. Near Baja Quine, Abaja Hospital, Abaja School Dine, and we have 3 MPs now. Almost all Mom Penanaka, MPs now, and Quay Ketano. I says can never be near the Bayano. Almost all Mom Penan, and also no, and no me okay. You MPBA and you are there on your mobile. I'm on a constituent. Oh, yeah. And MPBA no bet me say no or exemption. It says so police see a chain or so uncle. Adan also immunity. Eba telco sika omotia obi any immunity or my way. So na now do send ya better. Ono kra my when say otua tax no. Or use telcos platform no dey send this car on better. So now your MP also ya better and the police are from aka say no do immunity to uncle. And the amede they make an say adena abano opposition number to but as a for no year focus no man fu hu ade a say this can name mum ya gamina to say they said that the communication service tax by a car say the be sa one this man fu ni problem
was cano but the adjumane be
can be no so the suggestion you say akwan you start any other a friend is saying you start suddenly be there so no man me there should be a dedicated account and I said say be a percentage of scawe be ekwa we eko ha say nti de ekwa ya kwan no na de ekwa ya kwan no the Aqua you start and then also Aqua. And some of the can and the abandoned person be another because yeah, some of us started so much. Ghana and India started to escalate 2 months. No, who's a contractor also. Contractor Baswa, they didn't start.
Yeah.
And so I talk time taxi because of time I hear budget, you know. And this is for pussy yam and also election 2-8. What do I say? And even they say I do time I say I kind of criteria. But this minority knows so yeah, charm and no more 5 million letters.
Anyway, Kakuma mento adie mra na fuel de o kosra pen bi no ma fuel go kemu a na ye
speak also 300,000 letters on the channel
sa
na channel
speaker on the side 300 was it speaker here
oh na speaker yes speaker
was it o trane kemu a we use be say latest fuel latest we use when we kan wa say no I don't know what kind
obi antimi
Kwaku nyame boa ya hia ase aye gi sika wo Ghana ya Ghana 40 ase e be kakra no oil ni nyina be yi afro ma latest ni nyina afro na cars de be plug nti obi be plug ni di woni fi nti oni a MP na se oye minority ni na 5 latest na adigu ka mu ko ba obo ka do nti be kakra no wa be plug wa de wo fi
Eva Eunice.
Yeah, to ade aba anope wunya bibi no bia no apɛ Ghana kokoo ni bi abusua na ɛno no de abo bra ekoyie ekoko no de na hoden ɛwɔ so onum bia ɛmo ahoden da mu ni nyinaa enti bomodin sɛ obema wo sa ka odie san so ani egusu a register esem no *404# o follow instruction na ɛdo ba kwa ko wie o telcos office ɛno so hia no so fama me na register de onya Ghana card na kokoye COVID-19 enro no so bebre no aba emfa ni agro na ye kan say yare no kra se foforo bi asa yi honom ne ade wa exercise yankrofo ye wonye bi wa nuane yankrofo die woni bi wo mo bompa ne wa yiwani utra anye ye na se yare ba wa hwe ana edo konti edo ni bi beto a quickly na wa body na bibia aye kama won mebo aye Christmas yi mu ewo eye niema F4 na yetumi ama yensa kan bi Franco Trading Enterprise phones and accessories TV ya branded the Franco afi tabletop fridges and also so ye kama pa wonya bi ewo officer eboa wo eye Franco Trading Enterprise no mede ebedwa so me no office no wada braka any rock cinema na hwe ni mo mo niema ni nyina ye papa e ma receipt ne asan de mrabata ho bibisi a fire de bra wonya no baby age se Franco ento am office bi a wonim no na wawura ho 0558106241 0558106241 na ene Francophone no nso entwetwe enkomo Ruta Natural Product Company no de abedwa so omo ndro no miensa baako for malaria baako for typhoid de ni hia me pa visa typhoid utranye ye na wani beba ho so no na adane asem fofo wo typhoid akope Ruta no ni bi to bottles no bi gu ho masha asese wonum na etu ase wo baako nso a ye de ma dipadua no kama eno ye Ruta Life eno pe nyina kom ya ye tonra wonsa ebeka odie wo frɛ 0244503443 nso a Ruta for eno ebedi enkomo na bibia aye kama ede amam Kens Air Appliances for my niema Christmas mo no ma sa ache niema unya no company bia mu oto ade ba ko ne ache omienu ede aka ho ye de be che wo ne che wa boa wo ma Christmas yi agya wo ni hwe kra wotumi de no ekokoche obi enti to ade ba ko na ye nche wo niema mienu ofanko ama samai pokuase abeka free pipe junction Techiman wenchi ho nyina Kens F4 no ewo ho so ya na wa from na nneoma moton no ye deep freezer chest freezer air condition ene nneema hodo a ye de esiesie efie omo san so che nneema ne omo de che no standard fan mobile phone electric iron kettle we no ye nneema e fam yi no ane de aka ebi ase air condition auto ye ho a na ye de amount ko fia na so odibi a che omo se Christmas yi omo che nneema we nya ne edi kan omo aye santi omanfo to nneema wo ho no nim enya de foforo ya free 0200421004 0200421004 me botaye se da bia no ye be set agenda no a ebua shipping o man no nti na no pe me kai o ba bia ye fra ye ba abrofo no kro no mo ja esika ne neka aman tugo ne kwame nkroma ne ma ne mo oyoyo ye no ne ade ama ye be de ka president kofo ba ye no fa nyansa kwan no ye fra ne nyansa kwan amamuo ewi ase ne ye kana ba fom kra aka $9 million and this for be so mo na kwitwiri and bi ba e so mba bia enso Yes, I call Bosiambo. A fair MPP, a kai, say, as I said, Bosiana, Yatiso. I'm more for one for froso, Abuam, Yenina, to me, and baby, Jina, na ye one high, ye product, the quite raw materials, no, almost share, I may process it. Now, feel so, yet me, I who sika, crack, Abua, ama, yet me, I share, man, a fee, a buy sika, and uncle, Jay. Budget in Watiso, a few way, $3 million. Euro bond, ye can't see who is see home, and in see one who do NDC for Scom GG and you see who you tell. 2 years ago, we were 3 years hono. A few way, a son say a binding taxi and a levy benti, ya tisokra de aba 700. Yeah, de babe one year begiano. Say, Yame, I don't need any agitum. Nasi to a bone quenny more bright, sick as 70 idea in a year. But we say bedroom baby, and Yadia Bequaji was in idea, not just a crack. A show man, no, and only easy for 1 year, na semi a assembone. Of our Rasapon, young Quenim.
Over. Can you remember, dear SCA Friday and Ra. And now, ye live, Now, over. I never come back. How you live? Remember, you live in only said, friend.
Say,
the friend a smart tax. So I say, Obia Odging. Because a bar said your person you reduce borrowing. So now so yet your contractors maker. Adianka Bayani said the normal way a budget tax in the honey ever call. A bank increasing corporate tax, a bank increasing individual tax. So what I say, consumption tax, VAT, you may increase it. So service tax, you may increase it. Tolls, you may increase it. Toll, I can't make toll. Make one example. I'm a one who said toll. It's this one. Then first will be this one.
Can no one summons an young
because toll, since the past 30 years, you change the price not twice. Before changing in 2001, Mercy changing in 2009.
And yet, Timusa,
and yet, Tramusa say, easy say a budget toast now. I didn't and for 9 years, the changing price, yet you mean to move you. You know why?
I didn't hear.
Anytime beer, Bambi, Bob, ready so about to Tomono, near Sante Casacas, said the Casadi.
Pepe.
Because of that, no, beer to be financial anchor to. So I say, and I say, oh, Jito Lacoya, Akoya, Juma. Sikaranso awoji anoso etimi nya ho hwe onipa so otua kakra no se ye sikara mitua no so de koya duma me hura duma kra wo de ye ayesa electricity and water so I say yempia the correct tariff all the time and nam say nya good service and the nam say nya good service de kakra no wotua no enye no wo say an na mitua ne do mi kan ya mitua na ayese all the time. The only reason you do Mukanya at every so many times is because tariff na ebetria ama company no enya sika no dey maintain equipment yentia. That is the problem. That's 90% of the problem. The 10% I can hear a chrono away ECG. Now if I sit down, if I tell you here some of the things I hear say ECG workers, yeah, a bit surprising. Yes, if we are near blame chief executive, near blame it may surprise you. So, but this year levy, Amufa, so the Mexicana, the easiest obey increases our taxes. These taxes and this are way increasing so. Immediately you announce it, at the problem prices will go up. Petroleum ya yake aban fa ka prabakura nka ho sika ya free petroleum no sa sika ne ya for almost 3 years ka prabakura be ka ho apart from the day sa covid tax you can ho na do ye so bia be ka ho but it's the easiest tax to collect anywhere in the world and it's about pesika say ka quickly obeko me boa but ko wa be hu na de okro do about the time one or say wait a minute
Wait a minute.
All right? We are using this one 5 billion times a year. 5 billion
transactions
a year. And somebody wants in the crowd to swear per transaction. About me $5 billion ICDs. Yeah, Obian wow, Besu, so Opia 1 CD to transfer 2,000 CDs. Other Mr.
Around Casanke, you're in a flat rate tank.
Why the government went there? So it is a tax in here. And inflation and obia. So, and I had necessity obia so maybe ya go for cancer. Se tax no bar a bejai. One more. MTN. Almost decide here we say Emma Busia.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they have a Momo something, Momo loan or Momo something. There's a name for it. I heard one of their chief executives just say, what decide tax in a bar? Please, why don't you reduce the interest you are charging them?
Because in Crophobia, it's just coming to defend Omodiano.
Yeah, Jessica, they are share a buying, who Jessica, Akotama shareholders. And the Yamon Yashi, Emma Abino. Who the other are buying protector. It is about the tax number now, officer or Juman say, eh? So the other so.
I'm saying, Nipan and Wakasan, where that industry in Mumpen in Fonobaco.
That's right. I'm the chief executive of that unit, you know, and then Wakasa.
Yeah, specifically MTN.
No, it's not MTN, but it's an MTN product. Yeah, MTN for Natia, yeah, would be a dano. And Nipan or dano on all Casa.
Okay.
And I'm saying, Papa, I'm challenging you, sir. Sasi can ya the bar, Emma 1 year and coffee 1% to grab because Sa Pepe and Muka, Brian, they talk tax no bad. Musi Oma use mobile phone, I be coffee. That's what you told us. Now, results not just say, and yes, sir. Say, I didn't so about any fashion, Macan water, any fashion, a necessity. Yeah, Babaji. So, annuity is the best and most intelligent way to tax, inflation in my country. No, I'm a party. I said that's the most important. Inflation in my country. No, the Akasa we na fe young radio see Friday and ra. Say what can one some add pay. So what I say. Yeah, as I said, Yanso Yadiano too near Boadi and Pediforno, a canon, yes, your church would be done for a chassis. You see, the Esino, I see your parliament Friday. You see your parliament Friday, no? Yeah, speaker, or a lot lawyer for a dimbium different, I'm over.
Gusu awo hwehwe no na afia mo aboaten e wa Blakuma Central the text message ma men kan emfama no o say good morning for finally the Agyapong budget has been cheerfully and then graciously approved. Agyapong budget is the best to move Ghana forward. Regards to the Honorable David Sopoku answer LPK na na kwa mo asa no pay o mo achen mo ani adwuma o ka na to asoma me
abrofo friend no British fullman. Son a lawyer for friend. The Babi no British fullman. Just a day and first will be any so. So why not and Kayan? Sat no my friend. Now you see and then say. Sir NDC for Sanya on a Babi, Sanya Bonina or Mutrimua. So what you say? More request to the minister. Say, consider there may be a budget in them. So at you, can abedu floor of the house. And the minister they say, okay, the more can my dream mati. Jim the speaker, Mammy Quine Namini. One more raises our issues, no, Asia, Nayan Tutua, Huapa, Nayan Comra. Amufa, a dear Ben obey. Wo waka kire me say ade na me de ba no wo pese me we me no aka ho anya ye me mpre edru ho no aye be discuss am sa wo fa dia wo se menye no afa dia mapene enti ma ye hia na enwene ho na yenhu se de ebisi aye no awofa ebe oda na say nyo
ebe oda so na akofa
is it not a victory for you
pa
church as here speaker chwa or say me dey to vote he didn't have to
me wa mo so na mo dia dia
so na mo request you put it to vote and mo request na mo si there be mo mpele. You know why?
Ovamana tell me to asia sea defense munyi 11 free munye say no mo susu yan and the finance minister ba if you say na obeji no akwakoye
na onu ma ko transi so mo mra ne transi na yen komu one by one yen hunu say de ebesi aye no take care of what you are saying.
Speakers yen fa ento so aba
speakers yen to so aba
afemu am kan no so yen mpere
mo to aba mo sa afere yen mpere so what is your motive? The speaker and MP NDC, their motive was to make the government unpopular. Say we are dealing a reject budget. Such as here. So their motive was, at that time, no matter what happens, we will reject your budget. And they are caught me a reject. Speaker, a brown pose you question, you know. What announce say, Pacho Muntio, Nanum told say 137 members of our house.
Kwabra obakwani but we chira say even eniema na no mo demand no mo anim say nye possible but essence person wey unpopular ntino ye de beba
right
because mrahye badwa no boso.
The whole thing was to make the government unpopular by rejecting your budget.
137 to aso ho.
Yes. So and the speaker no would name what can 137 and running such as a million I'm go to running to say I'm running to say and son now be yes idea no I said nipa half a what if you more than half and then the person yet me come me no I'm here 275 the 137 no I saw that become so person 137 over 275 so half I saw 20 pound me no.
Yeah, well, even numbers cry no 0.5. They say it's not the best.
Yeah. And the logical number so here speaker on him 138. The at that time no speaker and can say 137. So now bonne no obutrimu say. Your person your kwa bonche go catch amount for say you rejected budget no. Tell me why the speaker will go on with that stuff.
Kwabra for no simame me braso ya ni akopon.
So just here. And he said right from up an issue and yajuma and you want to buy and pass on and you try to explain very very important say a man for a better here so NPP for year na NDC for fee say Joe Usuchigo as a speaker on cam
yes. Na no kran so say on kan wa batum na mo kan say member of parliament.
But as I see who said there's a difference between the speaker, first speaker, second deputy and first deputy. Where the constitution talks about speaker, he refers to the speaker. So person you obi bibina enye speaker or can the presiding officer. And I'm saying what MPs is what I'm to be presiding in Tino. To a more Yamranoa. No much you come. We are presiding, I bet you we won't be your way. We are speaker, they are only a member of parliament to crash, so we don't tell you what you can do because you are not a member of parliament. If you are kind of one count, if you are been bad, you are kind of 137, what the whole count who say 138.
Karameda say,
on your member. So what I say, and Joe Wise so or a member of parliament. And then rather say the person presiding. So that person presiding definitely is an MP. So your MP as I say, fire system is the same idea.
Kwana me no ase na yemfensia me yemfensia me kwaku atatu aso if you was na messages na mentwaso kwana ya sanchire mu ya de aba anope ya kire mu bebre na emso mama akwan ma waka ho ase bebre de o ho ane se na anu fi adan DC for fast so na enyemra kwan no mo efa so. Now this one says here,
they are even talking of
how many Ghanaians, including even the educated, knew before John Kuma spoke that when you send, say, 500 Ghana, the levy is on 400 Ghana and not the entire amount? It's a question and Ebisa. Personally, I did not know until this morning. Government and MPP need to do massive education on this e-tax. You sit in public transport and sometimes even among educated friends, and the ignorance they exhibit is worrying. But I say, Mr. Bakron, for Udin and Farmer, but I saw the text message at the ABA. And this one says, it is not just by resisting every good policy without giving any credible alternative that will necessarily bring the NDC back into power. The reason being that majority of Ghanaians are aware of their crave for power only to come and destroy. The highest court, being the Supreme Court, is on record to have stated that their modus operandi is to create, loot, and share. Okusiku ena ediwe ede ebai. Opinion was made as say odo message ede aba. Na Master P our London. He says, though the 2022 budget statement have been approved, still there is the need for a lot of consultations for the way forward of the country. And if the e-levy can be paid at 1% fine enough or fair enough, regards to Kwakwata and then of Akwabena Sapon, Medase so Ode Abba. Kwesi Reynolds Ewa Aguna Odobe, and he says, I feel quite elated with the approval of the budget because of programs like You Start, which aims at empowering the Ghanaian youth. Also, Medase Ode Abba. Thanks for joining us. Also, the text message Abba. Samson Akwe, thanks, my brother. And he says, yeah, the biggest problem of this country is the NDC. On also Nidia or the Abba and no. Yeah, Kwako, a number of your messages. Jidis Makinka Bia na Asedani Adimo Bia say and pay more joining from year 6:20 a.m. at the Ebepim Sabri. Kwakwata Sapon, deputy organizer. Kwakutu Asma Minian Kokoyi. Yeah,
the biggest problem I my the educated illiterates. Only offer minority mark of parliament. Mose Adeno Mabatuogu. Ti Adana joint caucus no more raise concessions. Say okay, say mo per say I approve the Mofa we munyi film. Mofa we meka ho. Mofa we meka ho. Na say mo di tun that na mo ye no if you ada no na enya no kwan so. Ya unze medical kan. I'd say it's obi ma explanation. Explanation de man it depend on baby our den. Ofriba. Enya se Ghana ni awoyo.
Entina wo so obi wa dwen na oti ha na otumi hu no say we na e kan
no. The text because say even the educated people cry no omunye omunni much facts or much information about this e-levy. But me ba me interview with my deputy minister for finance, Honorable
John Kuma.
Your friend is Joseph Starboy. And I'm say first 100 non come.
Yes.
In the first 100 then come and I send this calculation now. I'm here the bar on 10 say, what's and say, I bet to say, what's and say, I bet to say, and you're correct. And
this is for young oil, here, you know, almost fat oil and cock parliament because I don't
found to say, young. That you are okay. O ma say adru bra omoto aba no dodo na
omunim sa asem omunim
about 60 to 70% of our voter population. That time yeah discover oil ya dey ko. That time ya dey tax crab ba omo posu yon ba omo betum no. Nipa bebre hu.
Yes.
Bebre hu enti say no yen as a government no na ewo yen ho say you been that explaining to the people.
Nana answer of a brew says, those educated illiterate listen to no the radio station be on the Brofo station at Waswo. So all of tea.
That we are on the Obiako school. near friend or radio, so you say, or a financial expert. Legal.
Well, with this one, I'm finding Nediama. He says, do you know that the MTN charges 82% interest a year for loan given to customers? The interest is 6.9% every month.
Yeah, I'm see you tax
and then Moti ho. MTN for air charge you say Mom Casa Obian Casa.
Yes.
Of her anonymity as Abiane God and baby. I was here for to be no chance I discuss.
Beji kakra kodi.
So nipa no children no picking the phone no business car 500 Ghana free MTN for what? The person will not think about the interest. The do time I would try and I'll be going about it no or like I said not buying at the ball no. In the what people have been doing is we are not doing to know each upon our track and no about
6.9%.
Yeah, so now for 2%, you power more. Yenye hospital more, you're happy. MPs are paying in jubilation mood.
Yeah.
Abans was the 1.75% the BSC hospital. MPs 1 penny. I know we are not a bit general concerns and him say, a quite free, a qua, Colombia, I am on. Now, call up in the Diana and now bore.
That's so by.
We're gonna a try you Pia Ubianca.
I sorry them.
Any Muslim.
Yes.
Mosque.
Say, oh, you know, I sorry them. I saw for no can. Oh, near Yamia Jumana, when I had so near Tria.
Near Tria,
near Tria.
And yes, I've been
last one. At so cook what is the plots of 100? Traditional council no j or plot to 30%. So assassinating 100 plots. Traditional council no for 30%. For 30% in Nivea, plot to be our registered here is around 800 Ghana cedis.
And so I said you,
and so traditional council.
You're sign.
Almost saying you quite crap to
me busa one more agenda 111 say project in yadru he. Project no yadru he. Where are the pictures? Every time penny etwa homem say ado baby e de bibia si ho a momo manfo no hu efi say Ghana fo pede de ene ehunu na eno na edi adanse e de amaye mo taxi and so taxi bia esro ya na ode o din aka ho me azumi say e bia obi nimu mo nhyɛ no so emfa ema me wura kwabra sapon me da se obae sanso so na kwaku ata sapon so me da se obae wono me boa yen anopei the production no the ebre from radio Solomon Sasu Mensa God na sarabidi akonsela sinti aboajo saberma focus dubofo Agyapong senior reporter sanso so na safo gifa baku na one ma YMCA so do bi ase kwase ninsi ya da se happy birthday enkoma dada yaw ado New York na o Nadia aba bedru Ghana happy birthday to you. We if your son Safu on the 2TV. Mimi din ade yaw abofa bo ache busia fo nyame yadoma o channel pa be share. Program say na to aso na o twa wie ye na ye nua abet ya o accountant. Nyame yadoma fiada na Nigeria nyankopon ato ne nsa afre no ye nyina ye kɔ ne akwakoja oba no ekwan yakora na kama abusua ne Kencity ye to ye nsa afre obia obetun abebo atitiri mo amwo bia ya adwumadi no kɔso no momrai ye nyina no yemwa yenwe na yenkyekire ne wire na nkwada wo gya wo mo akire nso so yemfo mo nyina nhye nyankopon ensa nyame ya mo channel pa yebehia akra